Attention, Mountaineer family. The commencement ceremony is about to begin. At this time, please locate the nearest emergency exit. Please silence your cell phones, tablets, and other electronic devices, and turn your attention to the outstanding students who are the focus of this day. This is their moment to shine, so please give them and their many accomplishments your full attention. Now, let's get ready to welcome our graduates.
For 154 years, West Virginia University has been graduating talented leaders who make our world a better place. Today, we celebrate the May 2024 graduates who continue that legacy. Please welcome West Virginia University's candidates for graduation. The School of Dentistry is represented by a lilac banner carried by Dr. Laura Graves, Associate Professor, Department of Restorative Dentistry. Marching behind the School of Dentistry banner are the School of Dentistry faculty members, the candidates receiving hoods for their doctorate in dental surgery, 6 of whom are receiving dual MBA degrees, followed by those receiving the Master of Science degree and certificate in prosthodontics, and culminating with the candidates receiving their PINs and Bachelors of Science in dental hygiene. As compassionate and skilled healthcare professionals, these graduates will improve oral health and overall wellness in West Virginia and beyond. The School of Nursing is represented by an apricot-colored banner carried by Dr. Brad Phillips, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs. Marching behind the School of Nursing banner are the School of Nursing faculty members, the Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing candidates, and degree candidates for Doctor of Nursing practice. They are followed by the Master of Science in Nursing, Postmaster Certificate, and Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates. Nursing graduates will improve the quality of life across all populations by addressing the social determinants of health through nurse-led policy, education, research, service, and practice initiatives. The School of Pharmacy is represented by an olive-colored banner carried by Dr. Paul Lockman, Professor and Chair of the Department of Pharmaceutical Sciences and Senior Associate Dean of Research. Marching behind the School of Pharmacy banner are the School of Pharmacy faculty members, the Doctor of Philosophy degree candidates in both health services and outcomes research, as well as pharmaceutical and pharmacological sciences, followed by the Doctor of Pharmacy degree candidates, some of which are also candidates for a dual MBA degree. These doctoral students will engage in diverse career paths involving patient care, pharmaceutical-related research, academia, or healthcare administration. The School of Public Health marches behind a salmon-colored banner carried by Dr. Elizabeth Clayton, an assistant professor in the Department of Social and Behavioral Sciences and faculty advisor for the Gamma Mu chapter of the Delta Omega Honorary Public Health Society. Marching behind the School of Public Health banner are the School of Public Health faculty members and the Doctor of Philosophy and Public Health Sciences candidates. They are followed by the Master of Health Administration, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Biostatistics, Master of Science in Population Health, Bachelor of Science in Health Service Management and Leadership, and the Bachelor of Science in Public Health candidates. As public health practitioners, researchers, and educators, our graduates are helping communities address health threats, promote wellness, and develop policies and programming that transform lives. And now please welcome members of the Platform Party. Dr. Stephen Pashuta, Dean of the School of Dentistry. Dr. Valerie Perrine, Associate Dean for Student Affairs, Community Health and Outreach, School of Dentistry. Professor Amy Funk, Chair of the Department of Dental Hygiene. Dr. Tara Halsey, Dean of the School of Nursing. Dr. Mary Jane Smith, Professor in the School of Nursing. Dr. Roger Carpenter, Associate Professor in the School of Nursing. Dr. Stacy Huber, Associate Dean of Curriculum in the School of Nursing. Dr. William Petros, Dean of the School of Pharmacy. Dr. Mary Euler, Associate Dean for Admissions and Student Affairs in the School of Pharmacy. Dr. Eric Carlton, Co-Interim Dean for the School of Public Health. Dr. Sarah Woodrum, Co-Interim Dean for the School of Public Health. Dr. Clay Marsh, Chancellor and Executive Dean for Health Sciences. Dr. Ming Lei, Senior Associate Vice President for the Office of Research and Graduate Education and Vice Dean of Research. Dr. Louise Vasilecki, Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs. Frankie Tack, Faculty Representative for the Board of Governors. Tanya Willis Miller, Chair of the Board of Governors. Shirley Robinson, Classified Staff Representative for the Board of Governors. Cynthia Germanata, Presidential Honorary Degree recipient. Grand Marshal Chad Proudfoot, carrying the University Mace. And Dr. E. Gordon Gee, President of West Virginia University. Please rise now for our national anthem and remain standing for our alma mater.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the sing we of thy honor, everlasting through thy years. Alma, our alma mater, we pledge in song to you. Hail, all hail our alma mater, West Virginia.
You may be seated. Please welcome Chancellor and Executive Dean for Health Sciences, Dr. Clay Marsh.
Good afternoon. Oh, come on. Good afternoon. Yes, this is a great, great moment. And we are so proud of our students. We thank our faculty and our staff. We congratulate our families. And so my job in the next 3 minutes, because we're moving this program along, is to give you a set of thoughts and maybe to the students a little bit of advice over how you can live longer and better and happier. And this is the interface of science and quantum physics. So, there was an article recently that said, why are so many young people getting cancer? And the answer was, because they are aging inside. They are aging biologically. And so when we look at health, we want our body's age to be as low as we can versus our birthday age. And I'm going to give you 5 thoughts and pieces of advice for everybody in the audience that if you follow it, you may be able to gain up to 20 years additional life and do it in a way that you're likely to be happier and more fulfilled. So the first piece of advice I'd like to give is to start to review from our science what is the findings of the key elements that help people live into their 90s and 100s and live well. And it turns out that we might have guessed genetics or family history or something else. But the most important thing in a number of studies is the strength of your relationships. It is the people that you love and the people that love you. And Vivek Murthy, who is the Surgeon General of our country, said the biggest epidemic we are facing today is one of loneliness and social isolation. And we know that it's so important to be connected because as we were evolving, if you didn't stay connected, you didn't survive. So this is a very deep need for us. And it's interesting that even back to philosophers like the Sufi poet Rumi said, we are different lamps that shine the same light. And the area of quantum physics named entanglement showed that everything is really intimately interconnected to the point that everything really is probably one thing. So when we start to look at the way that we treat each other, and we'll hear more about kindness later, but we want to treat each person the way we would want to be treated ourselves, and that is a really powerful way to live a better life. So that's number one. Keep deep relationships. The second one is that we know the way that you see the world plays a really critical role in how your life is. And there's many studies that would say that if you see the world negatively, if you see the world with stress, if you see the world as threatening, you can live up to 20 years shorter than people that see the world as positive. And we also know that at the end of people's lives, they don't care so much about how many jobs they've had or their titles. They care about the people they love. They care about being able to get up and walk again. They see a flower and they sit there and really absorb that experience. But most people don't pay a bit of attention to that until that is lost. And the most priceless gift we have is the gift to be with the people we love, to do the work we love, to be independent. And so I would encourage you to approach this day as one of gratitude and excitement. And I would suggest that the more you stay in the moment, the more you appreciate your life, the better your life will be. So the second piece of advice for you is to keep that mindset of positivity and gratitude. The third lesson that we learn from people that live long and well is maintain your purpose of why you get up in the morning. Also, don't stop participating in life no matter how old you are, because the longest lived people stayed very, very connected. And the last two pieces are pieces that most of us approach in a way that we hope is good, and that is exercise and diet. And we know that exercise, just moving, makes a huge difference in lifespan and also reducing the risk of diseases like Alzheimer's disease. And as few as 2,000 steps a day will improve your risk of developing heart disease, and up to 10,000 a day will do even more. So get up and move. And when we look at diet, a recent article just came out that said the fewer ultra-processed foods you eat, the more natural food you have, the more plant-based, the more Mediterranean-like diet, the better you do, the longer you live, and the better you feel. And I'll wrap this up by saying that we've also learned from many people before us that the ultimate way to happiness is service to others. And if you start to look at your professions, we have the ability to serve and help people all the time. So we're very proud of you. And whether you wear the Flying WV on your coat, your shirt, in your heart, know that we're always your home. You can always come back to us, and we're extremely proud of you today. And we are grateful for you. Godspeed, class of 2024.
Please welcome President E. Gordon Gee to the podium for a special presentation.
Good morning. I guess it's good afternoon now, everyone. I have 5,824 steps, so I guess I'm all right today. I was just looking at my watch. I can see everyone starting to look at theirs also. So anyway, welcome to our families, our friends. We're so delighted to have everyone here today. Beautiful day in a beautiful Coliseum at a wonderful university. Cynthia Jeremata, will you please come forward? Ladies and gentlemen, Cynthia Bessette Germanata is president and co-founder of Born This Way Foundation, which she launched with her daughter, Lady Gaga, in 2012. Born This Way Foundation empowers and inspires young people to build a kinder, braver world that supports their mental health. Under Germanata's leadership, the foundation has reached millions of young people around the world. It continues to demonstrate the transformative power of kindness and its impact on mental health through youth-driven initiatives, research-based programming, and strategic partnerships. Germanata and the Born This Way Foundation have received many accolades, including the Anthem Award for the launch of the Be There Certificate with Jack.org, a Webby Award honor for their annual kindness campaign, hashtag Be Kind, the Behavior Research Foundation's Humanitarian Prize in Mental Health, the Children's Mending Hearts Global Changemakers Award, and the National Association of School Psychologists Special Friends to Children Award. Germanata also serves as the World Health Organization's Goodwill Ambassador for Mental Health, as appointed by the United Nations in 2019. In this role, she promotes healthier lives, improved workforces, and overall mental health on a global scale. She also served on the board of the Empowerment Initiative at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and is an alumni member of the Board of Governors for the Parsons School of Design. Germanata is a founder, a former telecommunications executive whose career in sales and management spanned 25 years. A graduate of West Virginia University, she earned her master's degree in public administration from the George Washington University in Washington, D.C. Born and raised in West Virginia, she now resides in New York City with her husband, Joe Germanata, and they are owners of a charming neighborhood restaurant, Joanne Trattoria. She feels honored to work alongside young people, hear their stories, amplify their voices, and collaborate on ways to make the world a kinder and braver place. Cynthia Germanata, on this day, May 10th, 2024, in recognition of your distinguished career and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon you the Presidential Honorary Degree with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. A round of applause, please. Mountaineer family, please help me welcome Dr. Cynthia Germanotta to the podium.
Good afternoon, and hello, Mountaineers. Congratulations to the brilliant graduates of the schools of public health, dentistry, nursing, and pharmacy. I am humbled to stand before you and deeply grateful to President Gee, Chancellor March, and the university for this honorary degree and welcoming me here today. As a native West Virginian, WVU alumni, Chi Omega sister, and former WVU cheerleader, I am honored and excited to cheer each of you graduates on today and celebrate this important milestone with your friends, your loved ones, and distinguished faculty. Before I begin, I'd like to take a moment to ground us all. I invite you to close your eyes and join me in taking a well-earned deep breath. So let's close our eyes. Breath in and out. You made it. This momentous occasion is a testament to your achievements, and I am in awe of you. Over the past few years, the world has gained a deeper understanding of how those who enter this vital field of public health are true heroes. We see you. Every day, we witness our healthcare workers joining forces to deliver thorough and thoughtful care for all of us. Let's take another moment to look around at the people in this room, those who have supported you. We thank you for the many ways that you've supported these graduates and lifted them up to arrive at this moment. On behalf of us all, to you graduates, we are grateful for your unwavering commitment to making a difference in the world in service to others. As I look into this sea of hopeful faces, I'm reminded of how inspired I am by this generation's resilience. In the midst of so much uncertainty, you remain aspirational and willing to face the unknown. As you exit through the doors of this hall today, you enter into another great hall of possibility. You will be faced with a series of inflection points in your life and career that I like to think of metaphorically as doors. Some opportunities will come knocking. Other doors will make demands on you to push hard. Some doors will swing open effortlessly on their own. Some you'll be better off to close, and that's okay too. In my journey, I've learned the importance of being open to the future and being open to opportunity. As one of my daughter's favorite philosophers, Rainer Maria Rilke, expressed, live the questions now. And perhaps you will then, over time and imperceptibly, find yourself living into the answers. Being here on this campus that shaped my life, I'd like to share a few of the pivotal doors that I've encountered that continue to bring my answers into focus and encourage you to think about how you will approach the doors in your life. Let me first take you back to the northern panhandle of West Virginia on the banks of the Ohio River, where I was raised. Neither of my parents had the opportunity to finish college, and our little family started with humble beginnings. Through it all, Mom, Dad made sure to instill in me, my siblings, the guiding lights of kindness, confidence, hard work, purpose, and joy for life. Values that have stayed with us through life, no matter the circumstances. While my dad was working as a furniture salesman, his larger-than-life personality and keen sales skills were noticed by one of his customers who offered him an opportunity to build an insurance agency. He jumped at the chance, and he began traveling door to door selling insurance. My mother, brother, sister, and I would pile into the car to tag along with him in the evenings, huddled together in our pajamas, doing our homework, while Dad worked his magic. That was our only family time and became a cherished ritual. As we witnessed Dad knock and knock his way towards eventually building one of the state's largest and most successful agencies, opening the door for my brother, sister, who is here today, I love you, sis, opening the door for my brother, sister, and me to go to college. My sister and I are both proud WVU alumni, and my brother went to Marshall, but we have forgiven him for that. Sometimes in life, simply answering a door, an invitation to expand what we believe is possible for ourselves, can have a ripple effect and empower us to hold the door open for others. When my father answered that fateful customer's call, going on to literally knock on doors to build opportunities for our family, the course of our lives changed forever. I encourage you to always remember and share gratitude for those who have opened doors for you, and always be on the lookout for how you can do so for others. We rise together by lifting others. But what about those moments when we decide to walk away from a door? When we have to bravely embrace the questions Rilke mentions and resist the urge to look back in regret? Growing up, my true passion was dance. I trained from the age of 3 and was even a member of the Orchesis Dance Society right here on campus. I kept training professionally when I moved to New York, the bright lights of Broadway shining in my eyes, while also advancing in a corporate job. I found myself being faced with 2 doors. Ultimately, I entered the door to the corporate world and left the door to dance ajar. I never quite closed it completely, and still find moments to fuel that passion and study ballet. One of the most important things I've learned in life is that it's okay to hold space for many passions in pursuit of your purpose. Sometimes life doesn't reveal a purpose right away. Looking back now, I can see how the many doors that I faced, each passion, each decision, led me exactly to where I was supposed to be right now. Your many passions can and will coexist, and you can find fulfillment in each. They will help guide you to the answers of your many questions, and if we truly examine the lessons that they teach us, we can craft a full life's purpose. As I've heard President Gee say, you might just discover your true strengths and skills while pursuing what's behind other doors, or at least exploring what's behind other doors. I'm so proud of the faculty and leadership at WVU for encouraging curiosity and providing opportunities for students, including a center dedicated to purpose. What a tremendous opportunity for students to explore this so early on. You have everything inside you right now to guide you to your purpose, even if it's not clear to you at this moment. Live those questions. There will be times we face the difficult decision to step away from a door or even shut it. These are the moments you must be gentle and kind with yourself, trust your instincts and your values, and rely on your support system. No matter what's on the other side of a tough decision, always remember that you are enough. You are valued. Doors don't have to stay closed. And you're valued not only for your talents, but your entire existence is a gift, and you are very much needed in this world. When my husband and I had our 2 daughters, Stephanie and Natalie, I could have never anticipated that my girls would go on to lead me through the doors to my purpose. Many of you may know my older daughter as Lady Gaga, but to me, she will always be my Steffi. While I am forever proud of both of my daughters, Stephanie and Natalie, for their achievements and talents, I'm most proud of them for their kindness, bravery, love of life, and concern for humanity. From a young age, both Stephanie and Natalie expressed a deep regard for taking care of others, for reaching out to classmates, to volunteering in the communities. When my daughter's music career started and she began touring, she met young people all over the world, and they began to share stories of their own struggles. Then something beautiful happened. They began healing together. One day, my daughter knocked on my door. I'm just joking. There was no door, there was no knock. We were sitting on a plane, and she turned to me and said, "Mom, I want to start a foundation." Each young person she had connected with, each story she learned was a knock, an invitation to open doors for young people around the world to be better equipped to handle the struggles that they were facing in their lives. So we got started. We co-founded Born This Way Foundation, and for the last 12 years, we've been on a journey to empower and inspire young people to build a kinder, braver world that supports their mental well-being. Before the foundation launched, I came to face with the reality of the impact that we could make together. When I answered a knock that I never expected to receive. My daughter and I were preparing for our first television interview together. Right in our own living room is where it was going to be filmed. And as I sipped my tea in an attempt to just calm my nerves, there was a friendly knock on the door. Knowing full well who was on the other side of the door, my daughter calls out, "Who is it?" And a familiar and warm voice replied, "It's Oprah Winfrey." Well, I felt an overwhelming array of emotions, awe, pride, gratitude, as we welcome this amazing person who has the ability to impact and change lives in an instant into our home. She went on to help us launch the foundation at Harvard in 2012. You never know who will show up at your door next. You might be anxious to answer. I encourage you to move past the fears, the insecurities, the anxieties, and simply show up, stand in your power, and be your truest, authentic self. You've worked hard for all the good that comes into your life. Back in the car with my family all those years ago, I could never have imagined this path. All the doors I passed through or turned away from led me exactly to where I'm supposed to be, and I know they can do the same for you. Standing here, at least 100 door metaphors later, I'd like to invite us all to reflect on the people who paved our way, led us to understand our values, and showed us the importance of providing opportunities for others. Our parents, our children, our colleagues, our teachers, and Oprah. Your Oprah. You will need to lean on those people, on your support system as you leave this room and enter into that great hall of opportunity, and lift them up with you. I don't have to tell this crowd of prospective public health professionals that we're facing a number of ongoing challenges around the world. Over the past years, we've experienced sickness, grief, loss, conflict, loneliness. The list goes on. We've all experienced the toll it has taken on our individual and collective mental health. But there is hope. Emerging from these challenges, we've seen the stigma that surrounds mental health begin to lift. Though we have much work to do to eliminate it, the entire world is beginning to understand there is no health without mental health. In the face of all we've experienced, we've witnessed individuals and communities across backgrounds, across the world, join forces to work towards solutions for the issues that affect us all. We've seen the beauty that can happen when we come together to heal together. Never forget that you are a vital part of that. You're a powerful leader in this global, kind community. Leaving the doors of this hall today, you will undoubtedly be faced with challenges. In these moments especially, it's of utmost importance that you take steps to support your mental health and the mental health of others. Service to others is both rewarding and demanding, so always be sure to take moments for yourself when you need it. Share gratitude, channel joy, act with kindness, love life. Honor your achievements and hold a megaphone to others, because when we celebrate each other's wins, it empowers us all and helps us thrive. But also, don't forget to look for the signs of someone else that might be struggling and check in on each other. Ask for help if you need it, and please know that you're never alone. Now take a moment to envision all that is ahead of you. In this one life, you will be blessed with many opportunities. Allowing yourself the grace to navigate it all is what makes this journey so beautiful. So how will you answer the knocks at your door? Will you see the doors that are cracked open for you and rip them off the hinges? Will you glide through the doors that swing open with ease and pose in the door confidently? Will you push through the ones that require effort and have the wisdom to walk away from those that do not serve you in the moment? Above all, remember, a kinder, braver world needs both those who open their own doors and open them for others. A kinder, braver world needs you. So congratulations, graduates. May you move forward bravely into the future. And now let's go kick down some doors together.
As we begin the recognition of our graduates, the dean of each college is invited to step forward as their degree candidates approach the stage to join President Gee in congratulating the class of 2024. President Gee, we present to you the students who fulfill the requirements for graduation from West Virginia University. We start with the School of Dentistry. Please welcome the candidates for graduation from the School of Dentistry receiving their Doctor of Dental Surgery. Carly Alderman is being hooded by Dr. Lauren Godwin. Ali Al-Sayegh is being hooded by his father, Dr. Osama Al-Sayegh. Mohammed Araf Anbari is being hooded by his father, Dr. Nazir Anbari. Devil is being hooded by Dr. Braden Montgomery. Katrine Bowles is being hooded by Dr. Lauren Godwin. Laura Lee Burrows, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by Dr. Jonathan Abraham. Nathaniel Cook is being hooded by Dr. Tyler Brown. Patrick Coulter is being hooded by his father-in-law, Dr. Vince DeLumpa. Kayla Courtney is being hooded by Dr. William Oskenya. Teresa Crow is being hooded by her uncle, Dr. Edward Linger. Olivia Darby is being hooded by Dr. William Oscanyon. Danielle Dillon is being hooded by her brother, Dr. Jordan Dillon. Adam Fleckenstein is being hooded by his father, Dr. Kurt Fleckenstein. Robert Gilbert is being hooded by his father, Dr. Louis Gilbert. Shelby Groves is being hooded by Dr. Tammy Chips. Hillary Williamson, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by Dr. Jonathan Abraham. Emma Brockman is being hooded by her father, Dr. Scott Henry. Brendan Honecker is being hooded by Dr. Tyler Brown. Brooke Tolliver is being hooded by her father, Dr. Keith King. Zachary Lynn is being hooded by Dr. Laura Graves. Sridhara Mahavadi is being hooded by his brother, Dr. Chiran Mahavadi. Branson Martin is being hooded by his uncle, Dr. Patrick Martin. Tyler McKinney is being hooded by his father, Dr. Rodney McKinney. Michaela Mitchell is being hooded by her father, Dr. William Mitchell. Allison Moore is being hooded by her father, Dr. John Moore. Adam Morris is being hooded by Dr. Brian Hadfield. Aaron Mueller is being hooded by Dr. Tammy Chips. Kristen Mullins is being hooded by Dr. Laura Graves. Spencer Myers is being hooded by his uncle, Dr. Paul Brian Hunter. Austin Roop, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by Dr. Valerie Perrine. Jordan Rosel, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by Dr. Laura Graves. Savannah Russell is being hooded by Dr. Lauren Godwin. Cassidy Schaefer is being hooded by Dr. Laura Graves. Brent Smith II, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by his fiancée, Dr. Brittany Milletta. Sarah Spencer is being hooded by Dr. Laura Graves. Braden Stewart is being hooded by Dr. Daniel Monday. Colton Tilley is being hooded by Dr. Jonathan Abraham. Emily Uline is being hooded by her father, Dr. Thomas Uline. is being hooded by his father, Dr. Lloyd Vacay. Aaron Walters is being hooded by Dr. William Oscanyon. White, a dual MBA recipient, is being hooded by Dr. Jonathan Zimmerman. Alexander Woomer is being hooded by his wife, Dr. Hanya Woomer. Chelsea Workman is being hooded by Dr. Deborah Donaldson. Hunter Wright is being hooded by his brother, Dr. Austin Wright. Dustin Yoakum is being hooded by Dr. Valerie Perrine. Iman Sami Zaitar is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Alia Akra Al-Albar. Our next degree recipients are our candidates for the Master of Science and Certificate in Prosthodontics, presented by Program Director Dr. Shelby Alexander. Zaina Al Saloom. Rubinia Sundar Iyer. Our final candidates for graduation are for Bachelor of Science in Dental Hygiene, pinned by Ms. Amy Funk, Director of the Department of Dental Hygiene. Madison Atwell. Leanne Bennett. Lauren Claire Burnside. Kenley Campbell. Summer Hope Chanel. Kylie Caulfield. Maggie Fahey. Rachel Hetzler. Sophia Caramolego. Michael. Amanda Molina. Caitlin Mollesey. Madison Ostrander. Allie Hasek. Madison Shaw. Mackenzie Wenzel. Please welcome now the Dean of the West Virginia University School of Dentistry, Dr. Stephen Pasciuta.
Thank you very much. President Gee, Dr. Marsh, thank you so much for being a part of our commencement celebrations today. We are truly honored by your presence. To our 2024 School of Dentistry graduates, congratulations on your special day. It is indeed an honor for me to be a part of your special day and join you as you begin your careers. Today marks a significant career milestone in your life. Each of you earned your place at today's ceremony. Your journey through dental hygiene school, residency training has been a tough and challenging one. It is the culmination of many years of hard work, personal commitment, and personal self-sacrifice. As I reflect on my commencement ceremony, I do not remember much about the day. I do remember the tremendous sense of pride that I and my family felt that comes with achieving a long sought-after goal. Be proud of your accomplishments. Your degrees are the gateway to your profession of dentistry. You will also be presented with many opportunities and many different doors. Choose your doors wisely. You are now members of a healthcare profession. As such, you will make a difference in the lives of those entrusted to your care. As healthcare professionals, we have a duty and a responsibility to remain focused on community and on service. Be wary of the traps of profit and prestige. It is important to recognize and thank your families for their support. Behind every successful graduate is a committed and loving family. Our families and the support that they provide are integral to your successes. Today is a celebration of your commitment and support as well as those of your graduates. Thank you to the deans, chairs, faculty, and staff for your commitment to our school and especially to our students. Our graduates are a direct reflection of your commitment to excellence. President Gee, Dr. Marsh, thank you for your leadership, your vision, your commitment, and your excellence and support to West Virginia University, the Health Sciences Center, the School of Dentistry, and especially to the people of West Virginia. As noted earlier, Emerson said, "It's not about the destination, rather it is about the journey." I would ask you all not to look at today's commencement as the destination, but rather one small step in the journey. President Gee, I present to you the candidates for graduation from the School of Dentistry.
And now the School of Nursing. We start with a candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Nursing. Patrick Murphy. Patrick will be hooded by Dr. Mary Jane Smith, his PhD dissertation chair. Next, we have the candidates for Doctor of Nursing Practice. Sarah Hinant. Sarah will be hooded by Dr. Billy Vance, her D&P project faculty of record. The Master of Science in Nursing Family Nurse Practitioner candidates will be hooded by Dr. Kendra Barker, D&P Program Director and FNP Track Coordinator. Laura Bernard, Master of Science in Nurse Family Practitioner. John Carter. John will be hooded by close friend and clinical preceptor Kenny Hawk. Tanner Cole. Cassie DeLauder. Joseph Ellis. Virginia Ford. Bailey Matthey. Erica Newman. Kayla Parsons. Gauri Patel. Savannah Pennington. Savannah will be hooded by her sister, Jamie Compton. Kristen Reed. Ariana Romito. Amber Skaggs. Bethany Smith. Bethany will be hooded by her mother, Kristen Smith, Christy Smith. Andrea Van Meter. Mary Weimer. The Master of Science in Nursing Pediatric Nurse Practitioner candidates will be hooded by Dr. Kayla Watson, PMP Track Coordinator. Krista Tibbs. Michaela Young. The Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Business Administration dual degree candidates will be hooded by Dr. Rebecca Smeltzer, MSN MBA Track Coordinator. Amanda Foster. Samantha Spearing. Jenny Wilson. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates will be pinned by Dr. Tina Antel Keener, BSN Program Director, and Dr. Brad Phillips, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs. Abigail Anderson. Jennifer Anderson. Jessica Angus. Hannah Bello. Isabella Beverlin. Kira Bircher. Megan Brecht. Paige Brill. Sydney Kane. Stephanie Crago. Nicholas D'Amico. Jaden Davis. Lakin Dills. Riley Dominguez. Lindsay Brooke Ellison. Jocelyn Evans. Aaron Fennelly. Elizabeth Gould. Lauren Gross. Lauren will be pinned by her grandmother, Suzanne Gross. Olivia will be pinned by her aunt, Beth Min Chow. Aaliyah Hagany. Aaliyah will be pinned by her aunt, Jennifer Henry. Bella Hale. Amy Heiss. Emily Hudson. Lauren Hudson. Hannah Jack. Abigail Jeffers. Madison Jenkins. Alicia Keener. Sydney Keith. Maeve Kelly. Caroline Kennard. Brielle Lebrecq. Isabella Larice. Kristen Leap. Kelsey Lesher. Kelsey will be pinned by her godmother, Catherine Fowler, and family members Linda Fowler and Casey Hoffman, 3 generations. Delaney Lewis. Megan Lip. Aurora McDonald. Meredith Menino. Chesney Manco. Lindsay Mayfield. Jack McDade. Abby Miller. Christopher Moats. Mallory Morse. Katie Parker. Patricia Parham. Sophia Raffanello. Danielle Ray. Rory Rensel. Lauren Roberts. Bryson Rodaheaver. Caitlin Shirky. Emily Samoskovitz. Margaret Skidmore. Aiden Slusser. Aiden will be pinned by his mother, Jennifer Slusser. Sophia Smith. Marcella Snyder. Alyssa Stout. Angelina Somerville. Megan Temmie. Catherine Walsh. Macy Ward. Hannah Webb. The Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates anticipating graduation in August of 2024 will be pinned by Dr. Tina Antil-Keener, BSN Program Director, and Dr. Brad Phillips, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs. Julianne Arnold. Stevie Branham. Governor. Joseph Folio III. Annalise Hammond. Vivian Hartwell. Vivian will be pinned by her aunt, Sarah Knight. Elvira Jenkins. Elena Jones. Allison Julian. Addison Leahy. Kirsten Lucas. Kirsten will be pinned by her mother, Dana Lucas. Nicole Ladrosky. Haley Maynard. Grace Midkiff. Alexis Moore. Courtney Noggle. Corianne Nemsick. Emma Pentrack. Natalie Ryan. Kylie Wright. The registered nurse to Bachelor of Science in Nursing candidates will be pinned by Dr. Tina Antal-Keener, BSN Program Director, and Dr. Brad Phillips, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Programs. Taylor Lusk. Amy Marsh. Please welcome to the podium now Dean of the West Virginia University School of Nursing, Dr. Tara Holsey.
Thank you. First, I would like to recognize our nursing faculty. These individuals truly go above and beyond. Their passion and dedication to the profession makes a significant impact on the lives of our students. I want to thank our faculty for everything that they do for our students and for our school. Next, I would like to recognize our graduates. Whether at the undergraduate or graduate level, the completion of their degree has been no small feat. Nursing school is challenging, but each student here today has risen to the occasion and proven themselves. Graduates, you are now equipped with the knowledge, skills, and compassion that you need to be successful in the nursing profession. As you know, our School of Nursing values are integrity, excellence, compassion, respect, engagement, and inclusivity. I challenge you all to continue to live these values throughout your career. At the School of Nursing, we train leaders in the nursing profession. The actions you take and the standards that you set for yourself will serve as leadership examples to others. In your role as either a new nurse or an advanced nurse, you will touch many lives. You were called to this profession, and I know you will find your career highly rewarding. Being able to serve others and make a positive impact as a nurse is so fulfilling, especially working with patients who are at their most vulnerable. To quote Maya Angelou, "You have no idea what your legacy will be, because your legacy is every life you touch." Be that legacy. Finally, I would like to thank the family, friends, and loved ones of our nursing graduates. I know your support has been invaluable to our students throughout their education, and I also know that you will continue to be pillars in their lives as they embark upon their next chapter. Graduates, we are honored to call you ours. We are so proud of your hard work and achievements thus far, and we cannot wait to see all the great work you will do as a School of Nursing alumni. On behalf of everyone in our school, I offer you a heartfelt congratulations. Thank you.
And now the School of Pharmacy. We start with the candidate for the Doctor of Philosophy in Health Services and Outcomes Research. Trupti Dumont is being hooded by research advisor Dr. Kimberly Kelly. And now the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy in Pharmaceutical and Pharmacological Sciences. Stephanie Onyenko Agba is being hooded by research advisor Dr. Mohammed Naeem. The dual degree Doctor of Pharmacy, Master of Business Administration candidates will be hooded by Dean William Petros. Brooklyn Bowers. Nikayla Croach. Adam Dunn. Geist. Joseph Guerin. Chase Lang. Megan Maurer. Remington Miller. Danielle Reynolds. Allison Scaletta. Taylor Zoke Barley. Jana Uri. The Doctor of Pharmacy candidates will be hooded by Dean William Petros. Haley Akhter. Lauren Basilak. Johanna Berhanu is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Sebla Hailu, and her sister, Dr. Rebecca Berhanu Brooks. Macy Bliss is being hooded by her sister-in-law, Dr. Kelsey Korolchik. Katie Burns is being hooded by her mother, Mrs. Julie Burns. Sabrina Bertner. Bailey Coleman. Claire Daniels is being hooded by her mother, Dr. Mary Jane Daniels. Alexander Davis. Delator. Danielle Ebersol. Michelle Gross. Michelle is being hooded by her husband, Dr. Matthew Gross. Joshua Hilty. Elena Imus. Garrett Jackson. Savina Karos. Jenna Kwiatkowski. Brooke Lawson. Annie Logan. Krista Lusk. Jillian Lutz. Miriam McGayray. Taylor Maynard. Kaylee Myers. Michaela Miner. Raina Morak. Maya Moss. Maya is being hooded by her father, Mr. Douglas Moss. Jessica Faye Moyer. Peterson. Elise Fodiatis. Madison Reisinger. Emily Rose. Courtney Rudder. Mariah Safko. Julia Salemi. Mary Sizer. Kaylee Smith. Caitlin Villain. Caitlin is being hooded by her mother, Mrs. Terry Villain, and her brother, Dr. Ryan Villain. Elaine Zhang. Please welcome Dean of the West Virginia University School of Pharmacy, Dr. William Petros.
Good afternoon, soon-to-be graduates, family, and friends. Thank you for joining us today to recognize the School of Pharmacy's class of 2024, which also marks our 110th anniversary of pharmacy education at WVU. The faculty and staff are incredibly proud of your accomplishments and very excited to see you begin your careers. Mark Twain once said, "The two most important days in your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why." Approximately 40 years ago, the WVU School of Pharmacy helped me and my wife Karen answer that question. I hope it's helped you get far along the path of answering your why. Over the past several years, your mind has been consumed by many facts and principles. However, the most important thing you've learned is how to think like a pharmacist or a scientist, as well as become a lifelong learner. Be confident and humble as our field changes rapidly. For instance, there are over 250 new drugs are expected to be approved by the FDA just in the next 5 years. Given the value of pharmacists to public health, particularly demonstrated during the recent pandemic. The community and the healthcare system need your innovation, your leadership, and your collaborative skills. Don't fear challenges. Your education as a pharmacist or pharmaceutically related scientist opens the door for you to fulfill many important needs of others. In the past 110 years, pharmacy alumni have gone on to lead many community pharmacies, health systems, CEOs of pharmaceutical companies, notable scientists, presidents of international professional organizations, but arguably, none of those may be more important than the many of our alumni who have served in their local communities as the most health accessible and trusted healthcare professional. Your greatest test going forward might be able to find an area of practice or research that is most rewarding to you and beneficial to society, consistent with your degree from this land-grant university. As Trzak and Marcinelli wrote in their book, Wonder Drug, the evidence-based way to fulfillment isn't chasing passions or dreams. It's finding the greatest need you possibly can and fulfilling that in service to others. A snapshot of the class of 2024 shows that you come from all regions of West Virginia and beyond, with various ethnicities and backgrounds. However, you've all been united by this university, by this school, and now the profession of pharmacy. Never forget your home amongst the hills, as we will always be here to encourage your professional growth, commiserate in not-so-good times, and celebrate your successes. As the Morgantown native and national recruiting music artist Huey Mack once sung, no matter where you go, always think about those country roads. Thank you.
And now the School of Public Health. The candidate for Doctor of Philosophy in Public Health Sciences. Katerina DeFazio. Katerina is being hooded by Dr. Danielle Davidov. Is being hooded by Dr. Leslie Cottrell. Rosalina Mills. Rosalina is being hooded by Dr. Austir Christensen. Zachary is being hooded by Dr. Christian Abilso. And now the candidates for Master of Health Administration, hooded by Dr. France Weaver, Program Director. Yara Alaman. Christina Bondi. Hannah Chenoweth. Haley Cawthorn. Gregory Kress Jr. Samantha Hoover. Cameron Kaiser. Morgan Niley. Nathan Oblesiak. Hua Pham. Tiffany Salamone. Anna Solero. Leah Shreve. Caden Staggers. And now the candidates for Master of Public Health, hooded by Dr. Travis Knuckles, Program Director. Diana Davidson. Ethan Glad. Ryan Kirk. Abigail Lewis. Levi Phillips. Ishaka Turner. Carly Williamson. And now the candidates for Master of Science in Biostatistics, hooded by Dr. Caroline Groth, Program Director. John Twist. And now the candidates for Master of Science in Population Health. They'll be hooded by Dr. Stephen Davis, Program Director. Brandon Gregory. And now the candidates for Bachelor of Science in Health Services, Management, and Leadership. Zoe Evans. Taylor Hightower. Sydney Menzak. Brenna Riley. Caleb Taylor. Next, we have the candidates for Bachelor of Science in Public Health. Eva Cece. Caitlin Fields. Adeline Hill. Sage Latella. Megan Nichols. Kyle Nilsson. Colton Sanders. Alexandra Schmauder. Emily Spotlow. Madison Stewart. Kevin Stredwick. Bernard Sahoza. Lydia Sweat. Grace Uda. Please welcome to the podium Co-Interim Dean of the West Virginia University School of Public Health, Dr. Eric Carlton.
Good morning, families, visitors, faculty and staff, dignitaries, and especially our 2024 School of Public Health graduates. Graduates, as you complete your degree in epidemiology, biostatistics, social and behavioral sciences, occupational and environmental health, health administration, or population health, you are joining what a recent PBS documentary called The Invisible Shield. You are difference makers, you are world changers, and most everyone else will never know you are there. Day in, day out, protecting and improving the health of our global population. You will help us live healthier and happier lives. You will help us overcome addictions, if not prevent them in the first place. You will help us escape from or avoid domestic violence and child abuse. You will help us battle pandemic viruses and the plagues of depression, anxiety, and other diseases and illnesses. When we drink clean water, breathe clean air, drive in safe cars, and live in safe neighborhoods, we can thank you for those community safeguards. Despite receiving less than 2% of the U.S. healthcare dollar, these public health professionals are responsible for 50% of the increases in life expectancy over the past century. If you include community immunization interventions with our colleagues in pharmacy and medicine, public health accounts for over 80% of advances in life and health as we know it. To say nothing of the public health dental interventions of fluoridated water or the nurses that make up a fifth of the public health workforce. Never have we needed the invisible shield more. Never have we needed these public health graduates more. In moments like these, when we celebrate the next generation of public health professionals, the invisible shield is made visible. These public health graduates entered West Virginia University and the School of Public Health to learn. They go forth now to serve, to change, to lift, and to save. Public health graduates, we celebrate you, we cheer you on, and we thank you for all you will do for all of us. President Gee, I present to you the candidates for graduation from the School of Public Health.
I now invite to the podium Dr. Louise Veselecki to administer the Pledge of Commitment to Interprofessional Practice.
On this day of achievement, celebration, and commencing the next chapter of your professional lives, it is appropriate that we pledge to embrace the principles of interprofessional practice. Through your educational experiences here at WVU, and specifically at the WVU Health Science Center, you have had the opportunity to work side by side in the classroom, in the research laboratory, in the laboratories and/or clinics with students from 2 or more professions to learn about, from, and with each other to enable the delivery of the most effective, collaborative, patient-centered care. Today, we're going to ask you to recite an oath in which you pledge continued commitment to quality patient care to individuals and communities near and far through immersive interprofessional practice. I now ask all of our health science graduates, as well as all of you here today who are members of the healthcare team, to rise and join us in reciting this pledge. Can you raise? The pledge will be displayed on the screen. I promise to uphold and honor the values and ethical principles that have guided and shaped my educational journey in healthcare. I pledge to put the welfare of those I serve first. I vow to foster an environment of shared values and mutual respect for all members of the healthcare team. I acknowledge the unique expertise of each team member and will utilize this knowledge to address both individual and population health outcomes. I pledge to engage in responsive, responsible, respectful, and compassionate dialogue to ensure clarity and understanding among all members of the healthcare team. With humility and dedication, I continue my professional journey, aware of the profound impact we can make through collaborative efforts, and commit to the relentless pursuit of excellence in service to others. You may be seated.
President Gee, this concludes the presentation of the May candidates for graduation.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the only thing standing between you and formal graduation is me, so I'm going to try to move along as I can, and thanks for everyone for being here today. So Mountaineer graduates, faculty, staff, all my colleagues here, I really appreciate this day. I am delighted to be here to celebrate the West Virginia University class of 2024 from the Schools of Dentistry, Pharmacy, Nursing, and Public Health. Today, I begin by congratulating our graduates for the tremendous resolve, and I underscore that word again, resolve, they have shown in achieving this milestone. College, we know this is never easy, but some of you started this journey toward healthcare careers during an unpleasant and unprecedented health crisis. And your education started out not with Fall Fest and fun, but with mask and Zoom and the occasional swab up your nose. So I am thrilled to give you the celebration that you deserve today. To all of our graduates, your resilience is awe-inspiring and deserves a special round of applause. Give them a round of applause, would you please? So overcoming obstacles to achieve success is a skill that you have honed, and it will serve you well throughout life. Of all that you've learned here, I hope you remember one above all. Commit to your purpose and work to fulfill it. That purpose may change throughout your life, and that is okay. You have an inner compass that will point you in the right direction. Since ancient times, many cultures believed our deepest emotions and inner drives proceeded from our hearts. As this group well knows, our anatomical knowledge has evolved. We still have that passion within. By heeding it and following it, we reach our destination. Or in the words of Confucius, wheresoever you go, go with your heart. Today's speaker and the people we have honored across campus with honorary degrees have pursued purposeful lives, as we just heard. Cynthia Germanata has a passion for mental health that led her to help found and lead the Born This Way Foundation. Other honorary degree recipients across campus include Senator Shelley Moore Capito, whose passion in public services included a focus on improving broadband expansion in West Virginia. Maggie Hardy, owner of Nemacolin Resort, whose passion for hospitality and tourism led her to invest in our program for the industry's future leaders. And Barbara Nisman, who has inspired people by creating music with orchestras around the world. True success comes from embracing who you are and what you believe. As Germanata's famous daughter sang, "Don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you're set." Graduates, you can fulfill your dreams by aligning your time and energy with your values and motivation. Stick to your path, and the education you received here at West Virginia University will propel you forward. That I guarantee. The family members and the friends and teachers who supported you throughout your education will continue to cheer you on. Like the heart that outlines the Mountaineer Parents Club logo, they have embraced you, and your well-being has been their constant care. So let us just pause to thank them, especially those we are honoring this weekend on Mother's Day. Give them a round of applause, would you please? Come on. So as a parent and a grandparent, I have 5 grandchildren. I cannot resist offering a few words of wisdom as you leave here today. Take initiative. Remember that you will never succeed if you never try. Like Barbie, I did see the movie, like Barbie, you may sometimes wonder, what was I made for? Keep looking for the answer and never let anyone put you in a box. Now this I'm going to say to you as clearly as I can. Put down your damn phone. Put it down and take in the world around you. Stop texting and start talking and reconnect, ladies and gentlemen, with the human race. Spending time outdoors is good for your physical. Thank you. The 3 people who don't have a phone are just applauding. Spending time outdoors is good for your physical and mental health, but if you stay local, watch out for the bear at the Arboretum. Do not store up Stanley Cups or video games or Taylor Swift vinyl variants to fill a purpose-shaped void, but build a life you can look back on with these words from Maya Angelou. If you find it in your heart to care for somebody else, you will have succeeded. Even if you make a few detours, your heart will lead you to the place you belong. Now, will the degree candidates from the School of Dentistry please rise? Where are you? Please rise. If not, I'm not giving you your damn degree. Please, get up here, okay? Will the degree candidates from the School of Pharmacy please rise? I think that, now they're not asleep. Will the degree candidates for the School of Nursing please rise? There you go. There you go. Will the degree candidates from the School of Public Health please rise? There we go. Graduates, you will work to protect the health of our families and our communities. Your education has given you the knowledge and real-world experience that you need to help people from all walks of life. With compassion and vision, you will help to solve our world's greatest problems. As a West Virginia University graduate, put your mountaineer values to work solving problems and changing lives. Make service to others not just an obligation, but your passion. Nurture the curiosity that enables you to visualize new ideas, try new solutions, and blaze new paths. Respect others. Respect others and search for common ground on which to build our shared future. Be accountable to yourself and others for working your hardest and maintaining the highest possible ethics. Celebrate the successes that education has put within your reach and inspire others to value the world-changing power of scientific discovery and artistic expression. Above all, make every day that you live an opportunity to learn. So, ladies and gentlemen, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the West Virginia University Board of Governors, I hereby confer upon each of you the degrees for which you have been recommended with all the rights, honors, and privileges appertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating our newest graduates. Congratulations.
Graduates, please remain standing. University marshals will guide you after the platform party exits the floor.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, growing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories